everyone, welcome to Frankly I Don't Give a Fork's channel, and welcome to Vampire the Masquerade, the Highborn Thief, the episode premiering for our tabletop RPG. This is the first time we've played this tabletop RPG system, so thank you for being here. This is the 5th edition. There is another Masquerade version. This one has been more complex than the other one, so that'll be fun.
We're all learning together in this,
yes,
folks.
We are all learning together. So there might be some familiar faces here and a couple new ones for our audience members. So everyone say hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Before we get into character and player introductions, there are a few things to go over. This is an 18+ segment. Viewer discretion is advised. This is not for the faint of heart. We are not heroes in this campaign. Each character is a monster in their own rights. There could be mention of blood, injuries, modern weapons, violence, some graphic content, and religious content. This is a game about monsters, but we will not be using this as an excuse to be monsters ourselves.
No.
Portions of the materials are copyright and trademarked by Paradox Interactive, AB, and are used with permission. All rights are reserved, and for more information, please visit worldofdarkness.com. Consent is really important to me and my players. We have gone over a list of topics that are off limits that we won't be touching. We are employing the white card system. The white card system is at any time a player can hold up an index card, a book, a piece of paper, a glove, for any reason at all. There could be someone smoking and that is trying to quit smoking. There could be a certain sound being made, turbulence in an airplane, a sexual encounter, torture encounter, anything that could trigger a player. All they have to do, raise the card, book, paper, anything, and we will fade to black. For the audience, this applies to you as well. Please mute your speakers, leave a message letting us know. We will hand wave you when that scene is over and write a message in the comment section letting you know that the scene is over. That being said, I am sure that you have seen most of our players in our Legion D&D Let's Play on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. You will know that all of these players are amazing D&D players in their own right, and some are amazing rules, like Melanie's amazing at rules. If you ever have a question, she's able to find it immediately. Or, Daniel, is everything okay?
No, my nephew was about to open up a pressure pot without getting the pressure out, and to avoid having a grenade go off in my home and me having to leave the Twitch because the boy decided to go and try to put his hand inside of it. But I'm so sorry.
That's okay. No, don't let him die.
This is also to avoid a trigger warning of, oh my god.
and I have a couple of questions if you don't mind.
Yes.
We have a half-orc wizard in our campaign, it seems.
A half-orc. Wow, what is Victoria doing if it's a half-orc wizard? I will fix that in a moment.
Yes, and Daniel's having an identity crisis.
Why is Daniel... Okay, I will fix this in a moment. I have no idea what happened.
You can call me Raul if you like.
I just noticed that. I'm just like, wait a second.
So, inspiration points to DM, to Francisco.
Which I will pass on to Blind Miguel, who called it to my attention in chat.
Yes. Blue-eyed Miguel, Teal Wall, inspiration point to you, sir. I will fix that once I'm done with these things, because I am not good at... What are you doing?
Our cat is very odd.
So, some things that, if you've watched Legion D&D, these players are amazing. They are very skilled, they know the rules. Some issues transitioning to a system that they've never played before, because the book is massive and the font is white text on a black page, where it's so difficult to read and it's very convoluted. So we are starting off Vampire the Masquerade Light. We will go over the rules that we will be implementing today. We will be using the rule of cool so we don't break down into rule lawyering as we go. After the segment is done, we will go over any rules so that they can be applied in the future episodes. This could be triggering to the rule lawyers in our audience, so fair warning. If you see that we are doing something wrong, please message us so I can address it after the session, and then we can address it for future episodes. On the topic of triggering, we do have homebrew, which isn't typically in Vampire the Masquerade. We will be implementing something that is in D&D, inspiration points. They do stack, and they can re-roll failed dice for every inspiration point. Critical failures cost 2 inspiration points, and I gift these out for creative thinking, if our players dress up, which all the players that have dressed up gets inspiration points. Write it down in your notes section on your sheet. And then in our backstories, because I like to do backstories for all of our players to help me as a DM learn about my players and the players to help develop and flesh out their characters. Every backstory will have 5 minor key points. If a player reaches and hits all of these minor key points, you'll receive a bonus skill point for your backstory. And then there are 2 major key points. If you're able to hit these 2 major marks, you will get a bonus attribute point.
Ooh.
Which, yes, is a big deal.
Yeah.
Earning XP is great flashback sequences, great role-playing, creative thinking, completing story arcs. For our players, we will be implementing D10s, or the stylized Onks
The vampire dice.
Vampire dice. It is your choice. You can use digital or you can use actual dice. But a 1 through 5 is a failure, which is a blank side. A 6 through 9 is a successful, which is a single Onk. A 10 is a critical success, which counts as 2 points, which is an Onk with 2 stars. And each pair of 10 Onk with 2 stars gains 2 additional points on top of the original 4 points for a total of 6 points. And those do stack each time. So if you have hunger, which all vampires have hunger, you will take your hunger dice, and let's say you have to roll 3 dice, wits and intelligence, and that's 3 dice. Let's say you have 1 hunger. You take your 3 dice, your black dice, drop 1 of the black one, and add your hunger. So you have 3 dice, but 1 is hunger. This is what you get more hungrier. The beast inside of you is trying to take control. So there are some things that for successes, like a 1 is for something easy, 7 or more is for something godlike. For some of the NPCs that are human that aren't suspecting anything, you might not have to roll at all. If you have extra successes, they go towards like flourish or extra damage. And there are 2 types of damage pools, health and willpower. We'll go over that when combat starts. And there are 2 types of damages, superficial and aggravated, and these are my favorites. Superficials is the minor stuff for you vampires.
Minor.
My God. Melanie, you look amazing.
Hermana, qué bueno verte. It's so good to see you.
Are you going to have a costume change like every once in a while? Oh no, this is for your NPC?
Yeah.
Inspiration point.
This
Thank you.
I have a whole getup underneath this thing.
Inspiration point to you, Daniel. For your
I steal
NPC.
Daniel's idea. I get the inspiration point.
Ooh.
Devious.
So superficial is the minor stuff. Minor stuff like a bullet wound or getting hit by a car. That's all minor to you guys. Anything that would be aggravated or lethal for humans is nothing for you. Sunlight damage, bite or claws from something supernatural, or a stake to the heart are what's considered aggravated. Or fire.
Fire bad.
Fire is bad.
Ugh.
So the hungrier you get, you can get that by using a discipline, mending damage, or merely waking up the night. So those are things to keep an eye out for. The hungrier it gets, it could lead to compulsions, which means you need to feed immediately, lashing out at violence, or definitely breaking masquerade. Last thing is your humanity points. Your humanity points represent how close you are as a vampire to when you were a human, and the human concerns that you had. You can gain humanity by being compassionate, connecting to your touchstone, someone from your human life. But as you lose humanity, you start to let your inner beast out. So, enough with the rules. We will definitely be starting with these key rules. Eventually, we will get more of the rules from the World of Darkness in, but these are the keystones for us. So, if you have any questions, players, audience, please let me know the moment you have them. Yes, Rick?
Is my backstories before I become a vampire, we just not want me to roll hunger?
Correct.
Okay, I'm like, wait a second.
I want you to roll hunger to see how hungry you are. Like,
Generally.
Humans have to eat sandwiches, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Only sandwiches.
Only.
So
That and water.
Holy water today? No. Okay.
now that we're done with the rules, on to the main events. Players, who
I'm
are
the real
you?
monster.
Yes. So some of our players here are going to be playing NPCs in other backstories for other characters, but I would love to hear who you are playing in the Vampire the Masquerade
Our
series.
actual character.
Your actual characters. So tell the audience a little bit what you look like, a little about your character. Let's start with Daniel, DM of our Thursday Night Legion, 8 p.m. Eastern, also starring as Floki in our Mystery Oops campaign, creator of the host of Something Wicked every other Sunday at 1 p.m., and a narrator of A Sip of Sonaris, which is returning soon.
I play a German silent movie actor by the name of Wagner. Wagner had his beauty stolen, and he was made into a Nosferatu. Sadly, because of this, he has lost a little bit of his mind, but he is still one of the greatest actors in all time. Looking to finally find his leading lady and become part of the movie world again. Wagner is not very tall, very short, um, long ears, very long fingers. Uh, he has a rat by the name of Bridget, who is helping to make his little. Because you see, he lives inside of a film theater, so we still play and we still have acting scripts and things like that. But that's besides the point. But that is Wagner. And today, at this very moment, I'm getting to play His Eminence the Pope. Innocent. And then later on, I get to play Samuel Holiday, an American. I wear many hats in this game, so it seems.
Fantastic. Melanie, who stars in Legion and plays the amazing hero Lonnie, starring also in Mystery Oops. Did I say Lonnie or Melanie?
You said Lonnie.
Oh, damn it.
Good job.
Damn it! Every time.
I swear.
They're inseparable.
Not on purpose.
Melanie, who stars in Legion and plays the amazing hero Lonnie, starring also in Mystery Oops campaign as Ellie Wick, who gets whatever she wants 100% of the time.
Lily gets whatever she wants.
Like Lola.
So tell us a little bit about your character.
Oh dear, that performance anxiety again.
Oh, it's okay.
Go with the flow.
Hi, I'm Victoria. I am a fairy, an autumn fairy, and I like growing things. I have a fantastic garden with a wonderful blackthorn tree, and that's about it.
That's fantastic. I love the voice. That is
Same.
great.
It's really hard. I've been practicing, kind of.
Fantastic. Francisco, creator of B-List and Matanza Speaks, for both returning soon, starring as Wilbur in Legion and voicing Gibson in the Mystery Oops campaign, and co-host of Watch Us Die.
Well, I will be playing. Oh wait, what the hell am I doing? Right. See, I'm going to be playing Arthur Falk, Nosferatu, private investigator, Australian. Man who gets around. I know things. They pay me to find shit out what they don't know. I love me cigars. I love me hoodies. I keep life fucking simple. See. And well, and later on in the game, I'll be playing somebody very important. And stay tuned. It is worth listening to.
So Grim is a co-host of Watch Us Die, regaler of local Florida man stories. Tell the audience a little bit about your character.
How much detail in the background? Like just the basics, I take it.
Yeah, just the basics.
Yeah.
Anything you don't want to disclose at this time to other players?
I'll just say it to this. During the war, he was a soldier for Germany, but his talents were really in the art, in the craft of spy and wet work, if you will. When he saw things were going south, he decided, let's pretend he's with the other side all along. And so he got while the getting's good.
Fair.
And he heard rumors that there might have been perhaps another power behind the German government, so he went in search of that. And lo and behold, he was found.
Mhm.
He was brought to the light. He was given a chance to live again, in a sense.
Live.
To continue his mission.
Your best living is being done here. And Pat Tunas, premiering on Frankly I Don't Give a Fork's channel for the very first time. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to have you on more segments. So tell
Hello.
us. Hey.
Hello. Ooh, hello with this. My name is Tiberius Decius Germanicus Maximus. I am glorious. Thank you. Applause not needed. I
Brilliant.
have lost. And I must find what I have lost.
Short and sweet.
I will find it.
Whatever you say, old man.
And the rivalries
like
begin.
You don't realize how true that statement is, Grim. I feel like you don't realize how true that statement is. But
all I know is I'm the second youngest vampire.
Inspiration point for regaling us with that poetry. It was beautiful.
Aww.
So let us start. We are in the city of Milan. Actually, we're starting with our backstories. We're not in the city of Milan yet. Let us bring in the players over to the map of Europe, just so you guys have a little bit of context. So I am woefully ignorant in all things history because I went to a born-again Christian school and our history was very much...
Was Jesus involved?
Jesus!
Yeah.
Praise Jesus! So Yes.
I am steeped in too much history.
No, you are not, because...
I was going to say no such thing, sir.
Yes, I've learned so much from you. So I noticed that some of our players aren't in the Roll20. I'm going to post the Roll20 in the live streamer chat so you can join. Just that way you can see the maps. There we go. So our story begins in at the Vatican with Grim.
Ask presented, a job to be done.
Vatican right there. So Grim, you have been to see the prince. Francisco.
So, where is this meeting taking place? My office, I assume.
You're at the Vatican right now.
Oh.
Grimm's character has been sent in by the secretary.
And last but not least, what year is it right now, currently?
You're human right now, Grimm. So when did you not become human?
I
Well, that was like
think it was the 60s.
60s, correct?
60s.
Yeah, 1960s.
That's all I need.
I almost said 1960, so that was
Oh, a time traveling vampire. Yeah.
yes.
I'm the real old one.
So you're in the office. Gotta find the office. Where is this office?
If not, we'll go Theater of the Mind.
Theater of the Mind. Let's do that.
That is fine.
So, Grimm, the secretary comes up to you. We'll see you now.
Very good. Let's get on with it. Let's see what Let's see what task lays at hand.
She opens the door for you. You walk in. It is the Vatican. You've never been into this here before. Your person that told you about becoming a hunter that you met back in the war. He didn't prepare you for this. You've been to the Vatican City before, but never here. It is well guarded. When you walk in, you see a couple of people with lab coats. And when they see you and they don't recognize you, they scurry off pretty quickly. They disappear down a corridor. You see some nuns. You see a couple of fathers. I guess they don't have fathers here, do they? Ron, don't listen to that.
I will ignore it.
Ignore that. You see just statues everywhere, caskets everywhere. It is awe-taking, breathtaking. As you walk into his office.
And you see a tall, heavy-set man just kind of standing. He's not facing at the moment. He's just kind of admiring one of his own paintings. And he just kind of gestures, ring, a hand like decked out in gold and jeweled rings. Like, come, take a seat, please.
Very well.
Make yourself comfortable.
Just bow slightly, knowing the basic etiquette of the situation.
Fair.
And then he sits down and says, "What would you ask of me?"
He turns around, gives you a small smile. No time for pleasantries. Perhaps some refreshments or something, no? Very well, very well. Straight to the point. I can work with this. You are a professional. I like that.
Indeed.
Umberto! Refreshments!
Oh, yes. And
Pronto!
You see her, she just runs off.
Hey. Okay, you want to get to the point? I will keep this simple and get to the point. There is a book I require within the Vatican City walls, which may not be so simple. However, someone of your skills, you should have no problem. Strange necktie, and you see it's like an exquisite tailored suit. Even though he's heavy set, it fits him perfectly. I require a book. A very, very specific spectral book. You will know it when you see it. It has a list of names of people of interest to me. Bring it to me, undamaged, unspoiled. That is all. In and out. How you do it does not matter. I just prefer that you be discreet, silent.
All right.
Be, well, unnoticed. You'll be
Very
rewarded
well.
handsomely.
Your will be done.
One thing I do want to say, I did misspeak. You are not at the Vatican quite yet.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I'm like, why is the Prince of the Vatican? But okay.
I was like, okay, I just rolled with it.
I just realized.
It's like, so I see the Pope's actually a vampire now.
Well, funny you should say that.
I've been found out.
No.
So that's where the other prince went. I'm in danger.
So, you've been given this task. Money is the secretary comes out to you. She has this tray of food, and as you're leaving, she just looks at you leaving and looks down at the tray and looks at you.
It's for me.
Oh, she
Leave it
wants
on the desk.
Set it down. She follows out and she hands you a checkbook, cash book of money. Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay. I just smile as she gives it to me. It's like, you know, I've seen someone similar to you during the war. Where were you?
I was in Paris.
Uh,
Are they still in sight of the prince?
Yes.
see, I see. Interesting. So you were there to see parts of it burn.
Um. Yes. Luckily, my parents and I were able to get out safely.
Very well.
She
There
gives.
are others not so lucky.
Yes. You can see that her lips tighten a little bit at this.
But remember, even if the parents not survive, it is up to the next generation to determine what happens. Is this not true?
Our future is in our children.
Very indeed. I take the cash or whatever and leave.
Inside, you see that there is a train ticket and about $200 in money.
Destroy. Yeah, sorry. I was just thinking like what currency is currently used in Italy. I don't remember.
I do not.
I think it's
It
a
is-
franc.
Yes, I
Oh,
think
yeah,
it's the
'cause-
franc.
Okay, 200 franc. Is that good? I hope that's good.
I don't think it's within. It'll be fine.
Okay. Equivalent of what Emily knows of $200. You see that your train leaves that evening. Is there anything you wanted to do or prepare before you head to the Vatican?
Hmm. I guess. Would you say? Yeah, I'll be fine. So all according to actually no. What I know based on since I was being sent to the Vatican to hunt the protocols, whether it is bringing personal weapons to be trained with.
I would say, give me an intelligence and I guess either streetwise or I would allow insight. And since you are currently human, don't add any hunger.
Yes, I was just double checking. 3 and 3 and.
Unless you've got the
five.
munchies.
Need
Later.
that sandwich.
So it means I have 5 dice to roll.
Excellent.
2 fails and 3 standard successes.
You know that you know that it's a secure city that you're going into. Most likely they will hold on to anything and provide things to you that are on par with everyone else. They don't want you to have any individualism. They want you to kind of cookie cutter standard hunters. They don't want you to outshine each other, have different weapons. They'll provide everything.
Okay. So the only thing I do is make a note. Make a note in my book I keep.
Sure.
That's all.
What do you write down in your book?
Go.
Just basically if you met with...
Yeah, basically it's going well this day.
Excellent. You get on...
It'll be for the first time some excitement since the war.
Fantastic. Fantastic. That's horrifying. Fantastic. So for our audience members, I like to enlist NPCs for my players. We have Daniel, who will be playing His Excellency of Iniseta, and we have Cheshire Mad, who will be playing Vesta, a nunja. She is a badass nun. Pat Tunas will be throwing out monkey wrenches. He will, when he starts to see a scene start to fall a little bit under the weather, needs a little bit of excitement, he can introduce a new element to the scene. At any time, he can do this. So you head to the train, no issues. There is a large crowd of people when you get there. You hand over the ticket, no problems whatsoever. Grim, as you're trying to find your train, give me an awareness and, I guess, wits roll.
Weird. Okay. That's also 5 dice.
Mhm.
Let's see how many I've had. Oh. Dear Lord. I rolled 3 10s, a 9, and a 7.
3 10s, a 9,
4 success.
that's 4
5
successes.
successes. Actually,
Yeah.
this is the 7 considered a success?
Correct.
Or
Yes.
It's above a 5.
Anything above a 5, 6, or a higher. Now, did you have a 10, you said?
3.
3 10. So,
Untouched. This. Oh, mine doesn't show that well, but.
so that is 6, 7,
See?
8, 9 points that you just received. Because you have
Paranoia!
a pair of 10s counts as, each 10 counts as 2. I'm sorry, that's 10. Each 10 counts as 2. You got a
Just like-
stack, 2, so that's doubled that. So 10 points. You are easily able to, and also I should mention, at any time, if you would like to know what the challenge rating is, I have to tell you as storyteller. It's not like D&D, where it's, don't worry about it, just roll. I have to, as a storyteller, tell you, if you are so inclined to know. So you are able to tell easily, because the challenge rating was a 5. There are individuals that you see staring at you.
Can I tell what nationality by the looks?
You see a couple that are Italian. They've got that olive skin, dark hair, curly. One of them is not blushed. He doesn't have the blush of life.
So would I, even though I'm not a vampire yet, would I register that something is wrong in that regard, or would I just think he's some kind of weird druggie?
Give me wits and occult.
I'm gonna have cult. I do have one in a cult. What's the challenge rating for this?
This is gonna be a 6.
Oof.
Well, unless I roll low 10s, I can't possibly succeed. Yeah, I failed.
Yeah.
It's like, unless I roll low 10s.
Damn goth kids!
You have inspiration. You can re-roll any failed dice.
Sorry, what? Oh, I'm good.
Okay.
I just think.
He looks very.
Weird.
He could be very sick.
Yeah.
Almost on
If
death's
I see them
door.
see me, I just smile at the pale man, and the pale one nod. Like,
You see him. He just stares at you. He doesn't seem to acknowledge you at all. He's just staring at you, and then looks down at the paper that's in his hands.
are the others I know holding papers as well?
As you glance over to them, some of them are. One of them is opening his briefcase and picking out something from his briefcase.
I duck down to the crowd, blend into the crowd until I get to my train car.
As you go to duck down, the original pale-faced one is no longer there.
I'll keep my head low and sneak to the train car rather than potentially do with counterintelligence.
Sure. Give me manipulation and subterfuge.
What's the rating for this one?
A 3. Damn it, again.
Two tens, an 8, and a 9. The rest are below, not worth mentioning. The rest are fails. So
So how many successes?
two crits, an 8 and a 9.
You are able to do this. In fact, you see them as you're walking away. They are eyeing the crowd. They're trying to. Oh, so let's see if they're able to. At 100 they walk the opposite direction than that you went.
Just mumble a Wiedersehen.
You get onto the train, no
Turn that
problem.
off.
Your seat is by a window. Anything you want to? Yes.
Until the train takes off, in case you're looking in the windows, I'm keeping my distance
Excellent.
from the window itself.
Sure. That is fair. As the train leaves off, you do see that the man that is
The pale one?
pale man, he seems to make eyes with you as the train starts to leave.
I just do a mock salute.
You just see him look at you and turn around and walk off.
By chance, could I tell if he seems disappointed or agitated by this, or would I not be able to tell?
Oh no, you could totally do that. I would say give me intelligence and insight.
So, 2 successes.
He doesn't seem disappointed. With that, you think that it could be very much that the prince sent them to keep an eye on you.
A test already.
Are you really that surprised?
No, I just think that's why my person is mumbling to himself. It's like, another test, another day.
Sure. As you
This time not of my design.
As your train pulls up to the station in the Vatican City, you embark, and it is bustling. It's only a 2-hour train ride. It's about almost midnight when you arrive. We're going to cut to Daniel's character. You are talking to Vesta about preparing the new recruits, about her responsibilities.
Is that me?
Yeah, that's you.
Okay.
You got this.
No, I don't.
Isunora, come close, please. Give a lighter.
I can't understand what you're saying. I'm sorry.
You don't have a lighter? Oh, I'm sorry. I forget. Nuns don't do that type of thing here.
Those will kill you someday, you know.
I'm protected by Jesus. You didn't know that? I'm his emissary here on earth. I'm kidding, by the way. Don't worry.
Forgive me my blasphemy, but Jesus don't protect from lung cancer.
Oh! It's right to the point to Vesta. If Vesta ever fails a roll, we can re-roll for her.
I have a million people praying for me all day. If there's anyone that's going to have a chance against lung cancer, it's going to be me. So, do you speak any Italian, by the way?
I don't.
It's very difficult for me to explain things to you in a way that you might understand. Preferisco una cessa, c'è una monacota, ferita sporca perché è stata prostrata. Piuttosto te una cessa, c'è marzana, per essere stata confinata, aggarrata a la propia sicurezza. I prefer a church which is bruised, hurting, and dirty because it has been out on the streets, rather than a church which is unhealthy from being confined from all clinging to its own security. Does that make more sense to you now?
Your Grace, you tend the sheep, and I
You
will do my
tend to
part.
the wolves. Don't worry, that's why you are here. I tend to the sheep. I am the Lord Shepherd. But every good shepherd has a very good hound, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else calls you a bitch, you tell me.
So you can tell me to go beat him up?
I'm going to tell you a great many things in the next couple of minutes. But you already know that. I have a large group of men here that are not as talented as you are. So you're going to help me to fix that.
It's
I
a little unfair
prefer
to compare them to me.
How?
it.
Sorry.
It is. That is why you are here. I need the semblance of power for them more than anything else. I don't want to send meat into the grinder.
Hmm. I'll whip him into shape.
We'll see about that. The church knows about punishment better than most. Hmm.
At that, we're going to end that flashback. Unless you have any thoughts that you'd like to add to that before we switch over back to Grimm's Felix.
No,
Felix.
I think
I'm good.
It would be fighting words.
Felix, you walk up to the Vatican. There is a large crowd of people. You notice that there's all different races here, um, different ages. There are some children here as well. As you are all lining in and filing into the building, the marble floors, statues, they're absolutely breathtaking.
I've never seen them intact before.
Yeah, I see. Are you admiring them? Are you falling behind?
Well, I'm following them,
Sure.
just looking around. It's nice seeing, nice seeing such architecture in one piece.
That's fair.
But only paying it just like enough mind to be what I see as being polite, rather than like being awestruck and slow, being the slowest member.
Fair. You see, roll me. Let's see, composure and investigation.
What do I need to pass for this?
Just a 3.
Sorry, what'd you say?
A 3.
Yeah, that's lost for now. So I go. Alright, so I passed 2, and the last one that rolled off the day, I failed.
Lady Vesta, as you were watching the new recruits come in, you do see this one individual. He's staring at the statues. He catches your eyes. You can see that there's a mixture of emotions on his face.
I
Tiny.
walk up behind him.
Do I hear her?
Roll me wits and awareness.
I'm in danger.
Wits and awareness.
What do I need to pass for this?
A 2. It's going to be pretty easy. Unless, are you trying to stealth your way?
I fail.
Oh.
I'm probably trying to be quiet, yeah.
Oh, doesn't matter. I rolled a 1 to succeed, so you can probably pass. You're fine.
You stand right behind him. He has not noticed your presence yet.
Oh boy.
Just seem wandering around cocksure staring at a statue.
Beautiful, aren't they?
My reaction, I guess my immediate reaction would be like to jump back and like try to backhand whoever's behind me. It's like, what? What?
Oh,
I want to grab his wrist.
absolutely. So we're going to do an opposed check.
Oh
So
no.
we're going to do strength and brawl for you, Grim, and we're going to do dexterity and brawl for. She is statted out, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Well, I passed once. I think you'll probably win.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yep.
6.
Jesus Christ.
As you go to backhand out of sheer shock, Vesta, what do you do?
I take a half step back to like give myself balance, and I just like grab his wrist and try to stop it cold.
Able to do that. You grab a nerve as well when you do that.
Damn.
Like,
I squeeze just a little.
just
You feel a pinchingness in your in right here where that nerve is.
yeah. Rather than giving, I just frown. It's like, it's not it's not polite sneaking up on people. I say that sarcastically, by the way, like not in a serious tone at all.
Perhaps you ought to quit lollygagging and move along with the rest of the recruits.
If I had my hand, perhaps I would.
I mean, I meant to say that I let go of his hand as I said that, but
Absolutely.
I think you didn't let go though.
I'm sorry.
Just death gripping that
It's
motherfucker.
like,
Thing.
I can't move, damn it.
Ah!
It's like, what kind of bullshit test is this? Just start gnawing out like a wolf in a bear trap.
I let go of his hand and
It's
like
like, oh,
gesture
dreadfully
and
sorry.
smile real sweetly.
Wait, would I know it'd be what to call a nun, like the proper title in the setting would be?
Absolutely. Give me charisma and etiquette.
Oh boy, what do I need to pass for this?
A 2.
Hey, I passed with 3.
Excellent. You would
I just-
know to call her Pat Judas. What would I call a nun? Your
Sister?
sister?
Yeah, it would be Yeah, I was trying to think that, but I believe it'd be sister. Mother would be for the head nun.
Yeah, so I was thinking mother, like that'd be for like the mother superior. But my
Yeah.
character doesn't know that because he's not Catholic. Well, not
Yeah,
yet.
it
He's
would
not.
be sister because monks are called brother.
Okay, thank you. There you go.
Like I bow apologetically. I'm terribly sorry, sister. I'll be on my way.
I incline my head and wait for him to keep walking
And I do.
and bring up the rear.
You see that there is a plethora of new recruits. As you're looking at them, there's a couple of people that stick out to you. One of the children in particular.
Are you saying that sticks out to her or me?
I was actually saying Vesta, but if you would like to see,
Okay, I'm like, wait a second.
if you would like to,
Oh.
give me an intelligence and occult. But Vesta, you eye this child thinking that there's something.
What do I need to pass?
You're gonna need a 4.
Yeah, no. Didn't pass one.
About how old does the child look?
Kid's a kid.
12 years old.
Is this child with the rest of the recruits?
Yes.
Is it normal for children this young to be here?
Typically, no.
I
Wait.
Was I told anything about a younger child?
Onk or no Onk?
Onk.
No, you were not told of a child at all.
Do they look did you say they looked nervous?
Um,
Or
I didn't, but they look more like they're trying to fit in, like they're trying to mimic the adults around them.
Okay. I'm going to go up to the child.
Mm-hmm.
Can I help you?
Oh, yes. I am here to become a hunter.
May I ask how old you are?
12 and 3/4.
Oh Jesus.
Unfortunately, youngin, we have an age limit.
No,
You
you
must.
don't. My mother came when she came younger than me. I'm older than her.
Do I know if we actually have an age limit or?
Um, Typically they don't take children.
Yeah.
Just because they're so young and unpredictable.
Right.
If she's telling the truth, she could come from a very famous line of hunters, which they do
Right.
start training at a very young age.
Okay.
Is she being very loud or like subtle about this?
Oh,
Like whatever.
the child is not. Vesta
Okay, so I would have heard.
probably.
So
Yeah.
I would have heard what the child says. Okay.
I'm not intentionally being particularly. I'm not trying to draw attention, but I'm also not trying to avoid attention either.
Sure.
That sounds like a special circumstance. What do you call popes? Do you call them father or?
You
Eminence,
can, yeah.
or His Holiness.
Or the Holiness, or Pontifex Maximus, or
Holiness is
Okay.
fine.
yeah.
Who? I'm sorry. I'm asking so many questions.
That's okay. I don't know it either.
Who is the one that that allows the recruits in? Like, who controls this?
That would be not father, Padre Innocenta that you spoke to earlier. He gave no mention of a child.
Have you spoken to the Padre?
No, no. My mother said it was time, and she packed my case, and yeah, here I am.
I just casually start walking over.
May I ask your last name? Boy or girl?
This is a boy.
Okay. May I ask your last name, son? Or your name?
Ellender.
Do I know that name?
It's a pretty proficient name, prolific name. You would know of Skylar, of his mother.
Okay.
You could even say that you've crossed paths with her as well, just because of how famous you are.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I believe I've met your mother, Skylar.
Yes, yeah, that's my mommy. My mother.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just almost did something, but decided that wouldn't happen.
For what it's worth, when I chuckled, like you would actually hear me chuckling as I get closer when I hear them correct themselves. But in a kind-hearted manner, not in a mean manner.
All right. Well, do your mother proud.
Mm-hmm.
Keep up.
I will.
Let me know if you have any issues.
I will.
Okay.
It's like, do not worry. If he has issues, it will be dealt with accordingly. It is not kind to treat children unfairly.
I don't.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying others. If you saw that as implication as you, that's your own fault.
You can see that he's being sincere with this.
I suppose that's true. But I think you both shall find that I try to treat everyone fairly. And
I've heard that before.
Am I leading this class? I am, aren't I?
Yes.
I like to think you're asking that. Let's go. Who the hell are you?
Yes. We're gonna say that a couple days go by. You have been training them. Grim, I'm gonna need some rolls from you. So to keep up with class, let me roll to see how hard that stuff pushes everyone. Ooh, I got 4 criticals. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. She is going to be pushing you extremely hard. I'm going to need a strength, and I'm going to need a brawl check.
Just one?
We're going to do that 3 times.
Should I roll them all at once then?
Sure.
And how many passes?
You need a 2 to pass.
I just double checking I got the right number. Die. I just
Sure.
Forgive the Paul PC thing.
I passed with 4.
4, excellent. You are keeping up. The child is not.
If I'm able to keep up well enough, I see the child faltering. I attempt to aid the child as well.
Okay. No need. The child got a 4.
Child strikes you. Look here.
So you see him.
I beat the child for making me look silly.
No.
You almost get this like
Cool.
kinship with this child, where like competing with each other. He is amazing in occults. They immediately put him into magic's training, where he can practice spells. Not many hunters are like. That is a specialty, a discipline that hunters have to take that he excels at. For you, your hand-to-hand combat is where you shine. Your sharpshooting with crossbow bolts and with guns is where you shine, Felix. Now, I would like a couple of rolls as well from you, Felix. We're going to need manipulation and subterfuge. We're going to need 3 of those. And this is a hard one. This one's going to be a 3.
I mean, three of those rolls in a row. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. First roll. I passed with the first roll. Well, yeah, I passed with the first roll. I'm to roll the other 2. Just see how far I passed.
Yep.
I passed with 1, 2, 3, 4 so far.
Good.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And the last one. 12, 13, 14, 15.
Okay. You have discovered 3 things in there. Lady Vesta, I need you to. Oh wait, I need to. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I say like 3. When you say 3 things, like 3. I guess you'll tell me soon. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You failed the first one.
I failed the first one?
You did. You're keeping
That's
an eye on him. You passed
okay.
the second one. And
Wait,
you
on
failed
me or the child?
on you. She's keeping an eye on you. So, Grim, the first one, you have not found the book yet. You found a laboratory. Let's go over to the map so I can show you where it is. Over here, you find your way into here. It is difficult to get in because there is no door. You are leaning against the door and you feel wind hitting the back of your neck. Kind of make sure like no one's there. And you kind of press against the wall. There's air coming behind this wall.
Okay.
Yes.
Do I see any obvious latches or anything? Like,
I'm gonna say, since you were able to find this, you find a brick that's sticking out just a little bit farther than the others.
okay. Like, I press it, or Or pull it, whichever I think it needs to be done. I presume press it in.
You press it in, and the door opens up, revealing a laboratory. There is a thick coat of glass, keeping people away from the tanks. When you get closer, you do see these tanks, and very similar to that pale man, there are what you can assume vampires from your lessons.
Do they appear to be in like stasis or?
Yes.
Okay. I keep this knowledge to myself and quickly go back up, hopefully before anyone notices I'm gone.
Sure. On the second one, let's go over here. We find a small library where once you find the library, you think this is where the book is going to be. It has to be here. It has to be. Again, similar mechanic to the other door, just clicking in on a brick that you found. You've been keeping an eye out for these because you found one earlier. As you enter, you see a ton of books. There's tables with materials on them. Do you start looking?
I take a glance without touching anything just yet. I take a glance around, look around, seeing if there are any obvious books that, based on his description.
There's one book over here that's displayed that could be something of importance. Why would something be displayed out like that? Unless it was important. But then again, this is supposed to be a secret thing.
I quickly glance around. Does it look like there's any? There could be any triggers or anything like that would set something off if the book was messed with?
Sure. Roll me manipulate. Actually, let's go with wits and larceny.
I have larceny.
Good.
What do I need to beat?
A 3.
I made a 3.
Excellent. Do you pick up the book?
No, if I think there's going to be a trigger or something, I don't. If I think there's going to be a trigger or anything obvious, then I'll just like carefully open the book like with a pencil or something.
There doesn't seem to be any traps or anything, and do you
I
pencil
don't-
open the book?
Yeah, I pencil open the book and like kind of step to the side, see if anything is about to happen.
Sure.
Have-
As you're doing this, the door opens and you do see.
Can I quickly close it?
Absolutely. Give me
It's like
manipulation and subterfuge.
it's like book it. Oh,
Ah,
I wasn't thinking about. Honestly, wasn't thinking about that fun. What do I need to beat?
You need a 2.
I got a 3.
Excellent.
It's like wait.
As the door opens, you see Vesta walking in. This is Vesta. You know that students aren't forbidden here, but they need permission to be in here. He is not one of the occult students. He is more melee and weaponry. He wouldn't have received permission unless for something very circumstantial.
Do I see him?
Are you hiding?
Yeah, that's why I was saying. Like, can I quickly close the book and hide?
Oh, and hide. Yes, he is hiding. Let's see if. What are your stats for?
Actually, no.
No.
I'll just quickly close the book. Because it looked more suspicious if I was caught hiding than not hiding. So I was just like, no, I'm not hiding. I know the drill.
Okay, then
I'm just looking around at the book titles.
he's opting not to fail, so you see him immediately.
Should he know that he's not allowed in here?
You didn't give him permission. Maybe one of the other professors, or even his innocent, possibly
His
did.
eminence, maybe.
Eminence. I apologize.
Eminence.
Eminence.
Looking for something in particular?
Always fascinated with books. Never got too many of those. Never seen such a vast collection growing up. Especially not in such subject matters. That's all.
It's been the work of Centuries.
Almost a millennia, one might say. Because based on how old the church is, that is.
If you are not looking for something in particular, students are not allowed in here without express permission.
Oh, I meant no offense. Really curious. I'll take my leave then.
I want to wait until he leaves and then look around and see if I notice anything disturbed.
I will do wits. And
You call it the Pope on the Pope phone.
you see, as you're looking around, the book. There's a pencil right next to the book. Wasn't there before. Could be nothing. Could have been a student that left it there. Could be something.
I pick up the pencil. Do I see any paper around it?
You don't.
Actually, I left by this point, didn't I?
Yeah. I definitely waited until you left to start looking.
I would have had an excuse otherwise.
What's the book?
It is occult's magic. One that you sent the child to read before. It's manipulation of certain pressure points and how to fuse blood to make blood start flowing again, which would be extremely painful to any vampire.
Yeah, it would. That's true. Does anything look odd about the book? Like, if I open it up and flip through the pages, are there does anything fall out?
Nothing falls out. Well, actually, Ankh or no Ankh?
Ankh.
So you do see a couple of notes, pages of notes that a student must have been writing on that they just they left behind accidentally, but nothing to incriminate Felix.
Right. Okay. Well, I put the pencil away and move on, I suppose.
Sure. Let us cut away to his eminence and
His Holiness.
His Holiness. Thank you. His Holiness. You are here to check in with Lady Vesta about how the recruits are doing thus far. You're extremely pleased with how the child is progressing.
I was gonna say that. That was gonna be like the first thing out of my mouth.
I'm sorry. I didn't say that. You can say that.
Okay.
But there's been whispers that you've heard, Vesta, that there's someone here that shouldn't be. I'll leave it to you two.
Hermana, how goes training of the sheepdog?
The child is progressing well, better than expected, but perhaps not considering his parentage.
You seem to forget your place. Do you not remember Luke chapter 2, verse 49? How is it that ye sought me? Knew ye not that I must be in my Father's house? Jesus knew who he was at the tender age of 12. Don't question things that you don't know anything about. But
It's not fair to compare human children to Jesus. Jesus was extraordinary.
are we not all sons of God? Sister,
We are.
do you have a light on you, or are we still without that? I got it. What else are we seeing besides from the child? How are the other recruits doing?
Mostly as expected. I've heard something disturbing. I think we might have an interloper.
Did the fox get into the hen house?
It seems possible. I have nothing concrete, but I've caught a handful of students in places they shouldn't belong. They shouldn't be.
What do you mean?
The one, Felix, was in the library the other day. Could be something, could be nothing.
Could be something, could be nothing. So something.
Well, we did not get this far by ignoring coincidence.
Perhaps a coming to Jesus moment would be appropriate.
Perhaps.
Don't look so stiff, Sorella. I'm not trying to say that you're going to kill the man. Maybe just remind him of his.
With your final success that you have.
Quick question.
Yes.
Even though I was unable to technically read much of the book due to her suddenly interrupting me, was able to get down a title or anything of the quick glance.
Anatomy, occult anatomy.
Okay, I would have written that down by just in my
Sure.
notes.
Sure. So, as you are walking around with your final one being the highest score, I'm going to say that you found two things. The first being over here, you find again another door. Again, click the brick in. It seems to be cookie cutter how they hide their doors. Again,
The architecture in this place is dreadful.
As you step in, you see these pods again, similar to the first, but these do not have humanoid creatures in them. They almost look like mystical creatures that you've not seen before.
Wolf, perhaps?
Roll me, we're gonna do occult, obviously, and intelligence.
What do I need to beat? Meet or beat?
You're gonna need to get a 4.
Oh! Here comes the crits, please! Nope.
You do have inspiration if you need to re-roll.
I have 3 successes, so I'll re-roll 1.
Okay.
Oh. Sorry, no. Nope.
You don't know what type of creature they are. They don't look like dogs or wolves before. You've not seen anything like these before. But as you continue on, you come into this other room. It is completely glassed in. It has almost like a cubicle ceiling to prevent anything, like you could almost climb up on top of it. It's barely tall enough for you to walk in.
Okay.
Do you open the doors?
No.
Fair.
It's like, unless I'm certain this, my target is behind one of the books, my task, then I do not open it, because I suspect that he suspects already, and this would only...
That's fair. Do you look inside the glass room?
I take a glance at it, yes.
Okay, give me intelligence. I'll allow intelligence or wits, and investigation.
I'll be using my intelligence, please.
Sure.
What do I need to beat?
This one is gonna be high. It's a 4.
I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I made 5.
There is a small office in here, and there are books. It looks almost as if it is armed, as if it is protected. It could be His Holiness's office.
Do any of the books stick out to me as other potential item from where I am.
I'll allow you to continue on with that role that you had. There are books on his desk. There is a leather-bound book. It could be a journal. It could be a ledger.
Does there appear to be an easy way in without triggering whatever may be whatever may be protecting it?
There is one door only to get in, unless you were to break through the glass or break through the faux ceiling.
Is it a glass door as well, so I can see around it, or no?
That's completely encompassed in glass.
Just anything around the glass that would lead me to believe there might be some sensor or like magical or otherwise.
Manipulation and larceny.
What do I need to beat?
A 3.
I got a 3.
Perfect. This Daniel, would your office be armed?
Does a bear shit in the woods?
It is armed to the teeth.
Not during winter.
Aha!
Ah, ah.
Sucker.
It's
Get you
never.
there.
It's always summertime in Milan. Don't worry.
What about polar bears?
Oh,
Oh.
and panda bears.
Not my
So,
problem.
Do I think there's a way to get in without triggering whatever is armed around it?
Oh, definitely. If you definitely have the skills, the know-how. Let's see if you're able to. We're gonna go with manipulation, and we're gonna go with larceny.
What will I need to beat?
Oh, this one's gonna be tough. This one is a 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. I only got a 4.
Oh, you just
Oof.
made it.
I almost failed because I thought one of them was a 6, but no, it's a 9.
So
By chance,
yes.
is His Holiness in his office?
He would be able to see you. Like, it's an entire
It's like
glass.
he's in his office.
I was
I've
just
come
kinda
to kiss a ring,
I was just
Your
kind of
Holiness.
curious. Because to be honest, it'd be kind of funny.
It's like, war trading,
Just
awkward.
waves goodbye as he runs out with book in hand.
Would you break in if he was Are you hiding, Daniel?
No.
Okay, then you don't see
I'm
anyone.
not breaking with witnesses. That'd be awkward with a dead Pope, no?
Oh,
Or potentially dead me. Either way, awkward.
yes.
Professionals have standards. Killing the Pope, bad idea. At the moment.
There's a little panel next to the
Fortnite.
door that you're able to pull a couple of the wires out to prevent the silent alarm going off.
Oh, would I be able to put it back together before I leave, or would it look
Before you leave,
after?
yes. If you
Okay, it's like, is this reversible? Or did I just screw
it
myself?
is reversible.
Okay, good. I'm like,
You-
well, fuck.
You have the
I'm
know-how.
Think this. Do I hear or notice anyone around me before I do this? By the way.
Oh no, you've already done this, kind sir.
Yeah, that's right. So as I do this, do I notice anyone coming?
Give me awareness and manipulation. You just need a 2 to beat this.
Got a 4.
You don't see anyone here. This seems to be very much for personnel only here.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Don't worry about it.
You rolled 3 rolls for Vesta
Yes.
earlier
Yes.
when Grim rolled 3 rolls.
Yes.
I have an inspiration for Vesta to use.
I don't remember what it was. I believe you were.
You said she failed the last one, but succeeded the first 2.
You
That's
failed
all
the
I
first
remember.
one, succeeded the
Oh, that's
second
what.
one,
Yeah.
and failed. I'm gonna re-roll a 3rd time because I don't remember what your roll was. I just know that you failed.
Okay,
So we'll go
well-
off of that.
I want to use my inspiration if that helps.
Sure.
It's like, this is so-
1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna re-roll 1. That's a 4. It's right under what you need.
Oh,
I-
I'm in danger.
I'm gonna say that you don't catch him in the act because you're right
Okay.
under what you need, but
Hmm.
you're going to know something is off.
Right.
There's
Okay.
something in your gut. Something is wrong. Terribly wrong.
I want to start like looking around. Probably. What would I be doing at this moment? I'd probably be with the recruits.
Probably.
Or...
Yeah.
I'm in
So,
danger.
like, head count is the first thing. Making sure that
Absolutely.
everybody's, no one's injured or seems to be suffering.
Sure. People are scattered around, so that's going to take a minute to do. You've got people that are doing the occult studies that are in their private booth areas, so they don't
Mhm.
destroy the building. You've got people that are doing sparring, so you've got to go to these different areas to do a head count. But absolutely.
So, I think I would do this methodically.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. I think that I would have a priority list
Sure.
of like either anybody that I am particularly worried about, or either for health reasons, or for like if anyone's particularly frail, or I'm probably want to make sure that the child is okay.
Absolutely.
Also, anyone that I'm already suspicious of.
Absolutely. I'm going to say
Um,
there's a few people that you're suspicious of.
I would say that there's definitely more than just Grim.
Oh, yes.
It's because I'm terminated.
I'm going to roll for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dice. Let me get rid of these because these are going to bounce around everywhere. That's how many turns it's going to take to get to Grim.
Okay.
1. Ooh, we get some criticals. That's 2.
I'm in danger.
Oh, yes, you are, sir. You are very much in danger. Holy shit, you only got 1 failure.
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
That's 6 pairs of criticals. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21 points that you got.
Yikes.
Grim, I'm going to need you to roll me 10 dice and count up your successes.
What do I need to beat?
What was hers?
21?
Yeah.
Or 22?
21 or 22, I'll recount. My eye is crying. 1, 2. That's...
The answer is no, I did not beat that.
Okay.
In fact, I failed over half of them. Wait, how many did I passed one of them.
Wow. Okay.
It's like, wait, how many did I pass? One. I'm in danger.
You are in extreme danger.
Do I at least see the book?
You do see the leather-bound book. Do you go over and pick it up?
I was told that I would recognize it once I saw it.
Once you opened it.
Oh, I quickly open it, see if that might be the book.
No roll is necessary. It has a list of names, their location, their skill, their expertise.
Can I attempt to? Is there any? I quickly grab it and book it back. Actually, no. I don't know. To be fair, I don't know. I've been dig us up, so I take it and hide it somewhere that I think would be harder to find on my person or elsewhere.
Sure.
For later.
Give me a manipulation and a larceny.
Sorry, Sweetie was streaming. She's woofing. Manipulation and arsony. I'm in danger. At least I have the book.
You got to get out with your life, though.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, danger is subjective.
True.
But what do I need to beat? Because I got 5 so far.
You beat. So
Can I quickly put the alarm back in as normal before I leave?
yeah,
is that part of it?
I'll let you continue with that roll. As that, you hear rushed steps coming up as you're in front of his door and putting it back together.
Is there anywhere I can hide that I can think of, or around me real quick?
Let's see. You do know about the secret door here. There's this door here. You can go over here. The steps This,
Can you ping it again?
Yes, right here. There's the doors here, and then you know that there's a secret door right here.
And how far away am I? Which one's closer to me?
You are right here, so probably this one would be closer.
Do I hear the footsteps coming from over here or over here?
Over here. Right here.
I'm booking it to this door.
Fair. That is very fair.
If that's me, do I hear the running?
Oh, absolutely. You don't have to roll for this. This
Okay.
It's
echoing,
obvious.
It's obvious.
I'm chasing.
Oh, boy.
I was gonna. Oh, I
Alright.
just thought of one thing.
Yes.
My one thought is, since I hear the running, could I attempt to run but try to keep it in sync to make it harder for them to hear? Would that be possible?
Yeah, you could attempt to do that. That's going to be a kind of tricky. That's going to be dexterity and athletics.
It's like, I got nothing to lose.
That's
What do I need to meet or beat?
a 4.
Definitely doable.
I beat
Nice.
I meet with a 4.
Still nice.
Okay. So the echoing is very much in sync with you, Victor. Not Vesta.
It's like one parade, except more frantic.
We're gonna do, let's see, intelligence. Actually, we're gonna do wits for you, and insight. You don't hear the running anymore. It seems like he stopped, and you stop. But then you hear the running. You've realized that he's trying to, or they are trying to purposely confuse
Right.
you.
Ain't gonna work with me, buddy.
Do I make it to
I
the door
mean,
before-
I'm still chasing. Do
Oh.
I have any weapons on me?
I would say that you have a dagger, you have holy water,
Holy water.
holy water
From Boston.
You'd have your prayer beads, which probably could be doubled as the
Garrote?
garrote.
Do I have any weapons on me?
Did you take your training weapons with you?
Has like a dagger or something? Yes, something small, yes.
Yeah,
Since I'll be walking around.
I can say you have your dagger, your training
Maybe-
dagger with you.
Like maybe if there's like a hand crossbow pistol I was training with that, they would have taken those with me too.
Now, I am going. Are you?
I definitely want to grab my dagger out.
Absolutely. Grim, are you attempting to flee the Vatican?
Am I able to escape like for the time being? Are you saying right now before like he potentially catches up?
Yes.
I got at least 3.
Did I note who was missing?
Yes, you know it is him.
Okay. Don't let that influence your decision.
I know, like my mission's to get the book and get out.
Yep.
So yeah, like I have the book.
But
Okay.
if you think that they don't, I mean, whoever is there
I hear
hasn't
someone
seen you
chasing me.
yet, so if you get into the crowd and blend in with the crowd, then maybe
Let's
Yeah,
roll.
like-
Let's roll intelligence and insight to see
Sure.
if like you think you can just like hide in the crowd.
What do I need to meet or beat?
This one's gonna be kind of tough. This one's gonna be 4.
Keep falling beside me. Got a 3. Using an using an inspiration.
That's fair.
Got a 4.
You know, there's a chance you could hide in the crowd and buy some time. But you've already been caught by Vesta before. There's a very good chance that even if you were innocent, they would question you now. You don't know for certain that they think it's you. But someone is following you. Vesta has already seen you somewhere you haven't been before.
Is there any like obvious corners or anything in the crowd like where I could make a potential like drop for later, so it wouldn't be on me, but I could retrieve it that I can think of? Like
The-
from where I am, like would I have enough at a quick glance since I'd be in a hurry, obviously?
There's the public bathrooms. There's your one sec. There's the bedrooms. There are these chambers that for people to practice magic. So there's behind any of these statues. And then there is another library over here you could hide it among.
I go to the other library to hide it among them, keep note of where I hid it.
Okay.
Wait, is this one of the libraries I'm allowed to go to, or is this one of the ones I'm not allowed to go to?
Not allowed to go here.
Is there any library I know that I'm allowed to go to?
No, they don't allow anyone to go into their books because they're all rare books.
Okay.
They don't have like Harry Potter just hanging out.
Behind the statue it is.
There we go.
Especially not in the 60s.
So you hide it behind a statue. Roll me manipulation and streetwise.
Not
Do I need a
subterfuge?
meter beat?
You're gonna need a 3.
Oh, wait, streetwise, you said. Okay. Let's grab one too many. I have a 3!
You are able to successfully hide it pretty well behind there, like not hidden. Like if someone were to poke their head back there and touch around, they would find it. But
Is there a place where... Sorry, go ahead.
go ahead,
Didn't
you
mean to interrupt.
first. You first.
I was thinking, is there a place that was known to be like hidden training where people who don't want to be bothered be doing exercises
Oh, absolutely.
among recruits that people think aren't the sisters and stuff aren't aware of, but they obviously are.
Right over here, this is a private training area. It's got a couple of statues in there.
I'll duck into the private training area and just start doing exercises.
Sure. That's what the lady does stuff. You have followed this individual. The running stopped for a while, as you were catching up. And then it started up again and disappeared. You know that, because you were following so closely, you know when you were coming down over here, the running stopped. And when you got over here, you heard running again. So somewhere in this hallway, they had stopped. And then they continued downwards.
I'm gonna note that. But do I see anything odd about the hallway? Just quick glance.
At a quick glance, just regular passive observation. No, you don't. Would you like to do any more?
I mean, like, I'm gonna look. Well,
Okay.
I heard the running again. I really don't want to waste time, and I want to follow the running.
Absolutely.
So I kind of just like glance the whole way, make sure I don't see anything that's obviously wrong or out of place, and move on. I want to follow the running.
Absolutely. You lose it about right here. 1, 2, 3. You know that they went down this hallway. You're not sure if you poke your head in here. You don't see Felix in here.
Do I see anybody else?
You do see a couple of people. They seem to be meditating over here. There is this...
Anyone that looks out of breath?
No one looks out of breath in this room. You do hear fighting coming from this room over here.
Mm-hmm.
That is an option. These bathrooms or these bedrooms are an option that he could have gone, or they could have gone down to.
Do I know if there's any other exits out of the training room?
The only exit is right here,
Mm-hmm.
or to this outdoor quarter, but you'd be stuck outdoors.
Like in the courtyard?
Yeah, in the courtyard.
Right. So but the training room itself only has one door in and out.
Correct.
Any windows?
There are a few windows in here, but they're high up.
Okay.
And they don't open. They're stained glass.
Okay. Well, I checked. Did I hear any doors open or close?
How silent were you opening and closing that door? Were you trying to be stealthy, Grim?
Yeah, I was trying to make it look like I've been there for a while, so try to sneak in.
Okay, roll me manipulation and subterfuge. You need to have a 3 to do this. Let's see. What am I going to roll for you? I'm going to roll wits and
I have a 2.
Oh no, I
4.
got all failures. Do you have any
Oh.
inspirations left over?
I do
I have
actually
9 successes because
Oh,
I rolled
shit.
2 10s.
Oof.
I'm used to doing this. I'm a professional.
One
Same.
inspiration is not going to help you
I
here.
was gonna say, is the one
Look at me.
inspiration good
I
for
am the
one
spy
die or
now.
good for the whole roll?
That's
I
for
am a
one
spy.
die. Oof.
Damn, son.
Question: could I have potentially said nothing till after she decided, or do you think it was proper to say it beforehand so she knew what she was up against for future reference?
She gets to know what she's up against.
Okay, I
Yeah.
thought so.
Yeah,
Just wasn't sure.
If the storyteller has
Yep.
to tell, then
Yep.
So yeah, 9 successes out of 7 dice.
wow. Well,
Manipulation's my high stat.
I would probably check the bedroom and the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
How Spartan are the beds? Is there stuff under the beds? Are they on the floor? Are they?
There are some people that have they're slobs, and you have scolded them many times before. You've administered punishments as running laps to encourage them to be more cleanly and organized. There are some that are still, and it just irks you as you walk in. But they're each given a chest at the end of their beds to put their stuff in, and their beds are supposed to be made neatly every morning.
So basically, as she's walking through, she's like, "Damn it, Steven!
Steven!
I'll have you know, my bed's immaculate. Military training. It's like one thing they can make you do your bed.
Hospital
Okay,
corners, hospital corners, hospital corners.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely check Felix's bed
Can you bounce a quarter?"
Absolutely.
and the chest.
We're going to roll
There's nothing to be found there.
investigation. You didn't smuggle anything in, correct?
Nope. I smuggled nothing in.
That is 3 successes. You meet, you beat. As you're looking, you see hospital corners on the bed. You untuck them, thinking maybe that would be a good place to stuff something. You lift up the mattress, nothing there. Pick up the chest to see if there's anything underneath it. Open the chest, you don't find anything.
Do these doors have a lock on them?
No, they do not.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna check the bathrooms next.
You walk in, there are 5 stalls, 4 showers, and 4 sinks. The sinks are just sticking out from the wall. There's not really any good hiding spots. Potentially behind a toilet would be your only spot.
Right. Well, I'm checking each stall, each shower.
As you do, there's no roll needed for that because the hiding here would be nearly impossible.
Right. Okay. Well, training room is last.
And it is 10:18. I know we've got some people that have to get up super early tomorrow, and we did get a little bit of a late start, so I think we're gonna have to finish this one next time and start another one as well. Because I know 2 of you have to be up at 4 a.m.
We do.
So I want to say thank you so much. You guys were amazing, and I'm sorry, Batunis, that in Francisco, that you guys didn't get any play time.
I have plans for how to approach the next appearance of this very important person.
Okay, excellent.
I'm good.
That means he didn't have to throw any wrenches in. I'm doing my job.
So
I
draw my own
I'll
wrenches.
show you all what was underneath this so that you guys get a chance to see.
I am so sorry that they didn't get to see Victoria's outfit because
Oh gosh,
that
I'm
was
dying.
amazing.
I am probably going to wear this next time if we're sure that Victoria is going to be there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Daniel.
So sadly, we haven't had a chance to go and see Mr. Holiday yet, but he always has
Hopefully
an
next
eye out for everyone involved. We'll see how that goes.
you guys were absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. I am sorry about the technical difficulties with Streamlabs. It was like I would have one thing disappear.
Somebody was a half-orc wizard.
I know. It's just I
How was the
couldn't.
half
It
elf
was
sorcerer?
me the whole time.
Thank you for everyone that tuned in. I appreciate you guys. We aren't able to do this without you. You guys were absolutely amazing. Again, Cheshire Mad, aka Melanie, Frankenpuss, aka Francisco, Grimjaw1, aka Grim, Pat Tunis, aka Pat, aka Pat Tunis, and Daniel, aka Zenaris. Thank you guys so much. You were fantastic. And everybody, have a great night, and we will see you
Good
next
night, everyone.
for Thursday Legion D&D.
Bye.
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 Wagner, stop it. Okay, we
You're
are
off
no